The Rock has always been a name synonymous with resilience, charisma, and unparalleled work ethic. His path to stardom, from the WWE ring to the silver screen, has inspired millions. Yet, like any titan, his journey has not been without storms. Recent controversies surrounding his training methods, alleged use of performance-enhancing drugs, and questions about his authenticity have cast a shadow over his legendary career. The Rock's rise was far from smooth. After a failed attempt to break into professional football, he found himself at rock bottom, living in his parents' small apartment. He had only $7 to his name. Determined to rewrite his story, he turned to wrestling, a family legacy. Early WWE days were tough. His first persona, Rocky Maivia, was met with boos, and fans even held signs like, "Die, Rocky, die." Instead of succumbing to despair, he reinvented himself as The Rock, a bold, trash-talking character. A pivotal moment came during a live promo where he declared, "Finally, The Rock has come back to city name." This catchphrase electrified audiences and marked the beginning of his ascent to superstardom. For countless fans, The Rock's story is the ultimate example of turning failure into success. A young fan once shared in a viral letter how watching The Rock helped him overcome bullying. Similarly, many struggling athletes have cited his perseverance as their source of inspiration. Stories like these highlight The Rock's profound influence on everyday lives. Though his confidence is iconic, The Rock has candidly admitted to moments of vulnerability. One such moment came when his first major film, The Scorpion King, received mixed reviews. Critics doubted his ability to transition from wrestling to acting. The Rock confessed later that he feared he might never break free from his wrestling persona, calling that phase one of the loneliest moments of my life. The recent controversies surrounding his alleged steroid use and exaggerated fitness claims have struck a personal chord with The Rock. Public scrutiny has placed him in an emotionally precarious position. In a heartfelt interview, he stated, "People see the muscles, but they don't see the sacrifices. Every rep in the gym is my fight to be better, not to fool anyone." The fallout has split his fan base. A former die-hard fan expressed disappointment, saying, "He was my hero, but if he's been dishonest, it changes everything." On the other hand, loyal fans rallied around him on social media, trending hashtags like "Sucks Still The Rock." The emotional divide showcases the power of celebrity influence and the profound connection fans feel with their idols. For those unaware, steroids are synthetic hormones used in medical fields, classified into anabolic steroids and corticosteroids. In The Rock's case, the focus is on anabolic steroids, which promote muscle growth, reduce fat storage, and boost energy and mood. In a 2009 interview with George Whidd while promoting Race to Witch Mountain, The Rock admitted to experimenting with steroids in his youth. "My friends and I tried it when I was 18 or 19. We didn't fully understand what we were doing back then," he said, clarifying that beyond that period of experimentation, he has not used steroids since. The Rock has consistently emphasized that his physique is the result of disciplined training without external interventions, often delivering clear messages to skeptics. "You'll see many people doubting you and saying unkind things, trying to dismiss the effort you've put in," he has stated. However, is his physical development truly all natural? Let's delve into his background. Born into a family with a wrestling legacy, his father, Rocky Johnson, was the first African-American wrestling champion, and his grandfather, Peter Maivia, was a pioneer in Samoan wrestling. It's worth noting that Samoans are renowned for their strength and muscular builds. For example, in the NFL, Samoan athletes reach professional levels 56% more than any other ethnic group. Scientists attribute this to the ACTN3 gene, a protein found in muscles suited for athletic activities. While there is no definitive evidence that The Rock inherited this gene, his exceptional physique from a young age lends some support to this theory. By age 15, The Rock stood 1.9 meters tall and weighed over 90 kilograms. His large frame often isolated him from peers his age. Early in his WWE career, while he had a broad and muscular frame, his chest and abdomen carried more fat. Once he entered Hollywood, he revamped his body by shedding fat in these areas. To achieve this, he followed a strict 7-meal-per-day diet, consuming 6,000 to 8,000 calories and undergoing intense workouts. This raised questions about how he burned off the excess calories, as such a high intake usually comes from fatty fast food. Fitness YouTuber Greg Doucette, with 2.5 million subscribers and a record holder in sumo deadlifts, criticized The Rock's claims, saying his diet is misleading. No workout burns 6,000, 8,000 calories a day. If The Rock consumed that, he'd be overweight, Doucette argued. He suggested The Rock's realistic calorie intake would be around 4,000. Comparing his current physique with that of 25 years ago reveals a stark difference, adding to the suspicions of external enhancements. Despite these allegations, The Rock maintains his story, likely to preserve his image as an inspiring, hard-working individual. His regular training videos aim to validate his claims, but admitting to using steroids or downplaying his diet would undermine his appeal. UFC commentator Joe Rogan has pointed out that men naturally lose muscle mass and gain fat as they age due to declining testosterone and growth hormones. Yet at 50, The Rock's body appears to defy these norms, raising further questions. Adding to the controversies are accusations of dishonesty, such as his first visit to the In-N-Out burger chain. Despite posting multiple first-visit claims years apart, fans accused him of using the posts as promotional stunts, tying them to his tequila brand, Terramana. Additionally, his statement that Black Adam was profitable by $72 million contradicted reports stating it was a financial failure. Further criticism arose from his return to WWE in 2024. His replacement of Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40 led to the most disliked WWE video in history, with over 500,000 dislikes. Fans were disappointed by Cody Rhodes losing a title opportunity he had worked hard to earn. The Rock's involvement, despite his professionalism, sparked backlash and questions about favoritism. These controversies have tarnished The Rock's once flawless reputation as a hard-working Hollywood star and inspirational figure. Whether he can weather this storm or if his brand will continue to decline remains uncertain. Only time will tell. His controversies, steroid accusations, allegations of dishonesty, and public backlash mirror the struggles of other cultural icons, each with their own story of rise, fall, and redemption. Like The Rock, Arnold Schwarzenegger's path to stardom was paved with physical prowess and an indomitable work ethic. Both men became household names, not only for their physiques, but also for their ability to entertain. However, Arnold's legacy faced a turning point when he candidly admitted to using steroids during his bodybuilding career. This honesty, rather than tarnishing his reputation, cemented his image as someone willing to own his past. It's a stark contrast to The Rock, who has consistently denied using enhancements beyond a brief experiment in his youth. Imagine if The Rock followed Arnold's lead. Would his transparency have deepened his bond with fans, or would it have led to further scrutiny? Arnold's transition into politics and a second career as a mentor in fitness and wellness serves as a blueprint for icons navigating controversies. Could The Rock take a similar route if he embraced a narrative of learning and growth? On the opposite end of the spectrum lies Lance Armstrong, a once revered cyclist whose career was decimated by doping revelations. Armstrong's relentless denial, followed by a dramatic public confession, became a cautionary tale about the cost of dishonesty. For The Rock, the stakes are different. He isn't competing in a sport where fairness is paramount, but his image as a natural, hard-working inspiration is central to his brand. Fans idolize him as someone who defies age and limitations through sheer dedication. Any cracks in this narrative, whether real or perceived, risk alienating his audience. The fitness industry, too, has a voice in this story. Experts note that maintaining The Rock's physique, especially in his 50s, is an extraordinary feat. While not impossible, it requires near superhuman dedication to training, diet, and recovery. Fitness trainers and scientists suggest that even elite athletes see diminishing returns with age. This discrepancy fuels skepticism about whether The Rock's physique is truly natural. A detailed breakdown of his workouts and meals, often totaling 6,000 to 8,000 calories a day, has drawn critiques from professionals who call such numbers exaggerated or unsustainable. Hollywood, however, has its own way of dealing with controversies. Actors like Will Smith and Johnny Depp have weathered storms of public opinion, emerging with varying degrees of success. In this light, The Rock's challenges seem surmountable. Film critics have pointed out that his charisma and work ethic remain his strongest assets. Yet with repeated controversies, ranging from steroid allegations to failed promises about box office numbers, his larger-than-life persona faces a test. How does one balance authenticity with the allure of perfection that Hollywood demands? The Rock's story is more than a personal journey. It's a mirror of society's expectations. We crave icons who are superhuman yet relatable. When they falter, our response reflects our own struggles with perfection and authenticity. Those who've worked with The Rock attest to his unparalleled dedication. On the set of Fast Furious, crew members described his work ethic as unmatched. He was often the first to arrive and the last to leave, even on grueling 16-hour days. Similarly, during his wrestling career, The Rock was known to review tapes of his matches late into the night, seeking ways to improve his performance. Born into a wrestling dynasty, The Rock's career was heavily influenced by his father and grandfather. His father, Rocky Johnson, was a trailblazer in wrestling, while his grandfather, Peter Maivia, was a revered figure in Samoa. These familial ties shaped his wrestling persona, blending tradition with innovation. His relationship with his family also adds layers to his public persona. He has often shared how his father's tough love instilled discipline and respect, two pillars of his success. The Rock's camaraderie with peers is legendary. Fellow wrestlers like Triple H and John Cena have spoken of his ability to make even the toughest workdays enjoyable. On film sets, his habit of organizing team workouts during breaks has become a well-known tradition. Fans, too, have countless stories of his generosity, whether it's a surprise visit to a terminally ill child or an uplifting message to someone struggling. These small but impactful gestures showcase his humanity. Maintaining his physique requires immense effort. His day starts at 4 a.m. with intense workouts and ends with detailed meal prep for the next day. Colleagues have joked that The Rock eats more cod in a week than most people do in a year. This disciplined routine is part of what makes his physique so awe-inspiring, yet it also fuels skepticism about its authenticity. The allegations and controversies have posed a significant challenge to The Rock's carefully crafted image. However, his resilience, humility, and commitment to transparency may help him weather this storm. As he continues to share his story, both the triumphs and the flaws, he has an opportunity to deepen his connection with his audience and reaffirm the values that made him an icon. The Rock's journey is far from over. With every challenge he faces, he reminds us of what it means to fight not just for success, but for redemption. What's your take on The Rock's journey, his controversies, and the ongoing debates about his legacy? Do you believe his claims? Or do you think there's more to the story? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your opinions in the comments below and let's keep the discussion going. If you found this story engaging and want more deep dives into the lives of your favorite icons, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. By joining our community, you'll stay updated on all the latest stories, analysis, and exclusive content. Don't miss out. Let's explore the truth behind the headlines together.